In case you don't know, there's this new thing called Asia Masters. In Asia, there used to be the ASCII, which is like Asian Star Challenger Invitation, something like that. But they were like, let's make it even more fun. There's like 32 teams, and they just all of them are on a Swiss stage. It is a massive, massive bracket. There are a lot of matches and a lot of teams you could talk about, but there's one particular I want to talk right now, right here, which is Reject, who's gonna be playing against Gen.GA's Academy team. They have an average of like 25 minute victory. I don't think they ever taken Baron, because when they finish games, the Baron is just not up yet. So they have been looking for a real challenge, and they might just be getting it right here. They're gonna be against Gen.GA Global Academy. Now we are in the draft. First pick Cassante. The Cassante to Ambassador trade. So far, nothing out of ordinary. And you also gonna be picking up the Nidalee. They're like, guys, we're gonna be winning the early game. That is our plan. But meanwhile, Reject goes on a different path. Picking up the Corki. Potentially mid lane. I mean, there's obviously still could be bot lane, but I would assume this is gonna be mid lane Corki since we already see the Zyra. So it makes sense to have an AD mid laner. So no Renata ban. Or Gen.GA gonna be picking it up. Or the Nautilus. Also a pretty popular pick together with the Varus. Or something crazier. I'm not sure about that. They're gonna be leaving the support last pick, which would... Wait, what? Okay, that I'm not talking about hovers. What? Is this the mid lane Viego? I thought that these teams are not really cooking. I'm sorry, I wasn't familiar with your game. Is Reject is gonna go for the Ashe? I'm not necessarily sure I'm liking this. I'm not the biggest fan of Ashe comps. Maybe when you already have an ADC in the mid lane, maybe I can like see it working. I'm just not a fan in general. I do feel like that they're a little bit lacking damage. I'm not necessarily sure how they're gonna be dealing with this mid lane Viego either. Just like the guy in the main team, taking on Chovy. Chovy has picked up this mid lane Viego once. Their mid laner goes like, I wanna be just like Chovy. As I said before, I am a tiny bit scared. I feel like there's gonna be damage issues when it comes to Reject. As far as I'm aware, this is 25.4. Considering that Samver and Rhina are just going to the top lane, I think we're confident that this is 25.4. So lane swap changes are not here just yet. Oh, or are they? Or have they just noticed it? I'm not sure if I'm really liking this swap. I mean, they're gonna put Samver ahead, but I really don't know how much that's gonna be worth. Like, Ashe is never gonna be that hyper carry. So, it's Reject who's swapping, but potentially Gen.GA is the one that's gonna be coming out victorious at that. Most important is this mid lane, I think. I'm very intrigued to see what happens here. In the mid lane, Viego. Did Chovy just make a new meta? Or did he bait his very own organization into picking this up? Viego is not gonna be too happy for now, but it's just time. I just let it wait. Now Rhino arriving to the bot lane to help out Kinatsu a little. But so far Reject is just wasting time here. I feel like their swap is not good by any means. Recap is still gonna be up ahead, so that's good. But about is... Okay, and there's another pause. Well, now... Oh, there's gonna be a gank onto Chemist, rather... rotation. There's Rhina and Forest also coming in down, but it's probably gonna be retreating. Just now give a little bit of more breathing room for Recap. But now we might be getting a little bit of a fight here. There's also Kinatsu is TPing in. That's gonna be a fight for the grubs. I do feel like Reject might be fighting this. They're gonna be the ones actually now restarting the grubs. They're gonna be sandwiched in. The reset start, that's gonna be Kabish's dream here. But who's the one who takes the first? Oh, they're gonna be dodging away. Samver's ultimate, and it's gonna be, it's gotta be the first one to fall. Kinatsu potentially, but Kinatsu somehow still alive. Every stupid Reject has to retreat here. But so far, no one died. The sweat is coming in. Kinatsu is still alive. Rhino, someone has to fall, but somehow Reject is winning the set. First, he goes to Recap. They're still going. Forest is getting a kill. How on earth has Reject won this fight? Kinatsu was like 1 HP for the entirety of the fight. Okay, I'm not sure who got the grubs. I'm pretty sure Gen.GA got 1 and Reject 2. Nonetheless, that is a massive, massive victory for Reject. Now, Gen.GA though, I'm gonna get the first dragon. So it's gonna be the usual trade, grub for dragon. And they also got 1 grub, I'm pretty sure, from that camp. So that's pretty good. All in all, that's not the worst for Gen.GA. But this was an unexpected win for Reject. I was not expecting that to go into their favor. What do I get notifications for? What's happening here? Oh! What? Somewhere just gonna be killing off Namgung? Somewhere just gonna killing off Namgung? What is happening here? What? Are they gonna keep fighting? There's still a lot of pings in the mid lane. It's potentially gonna be the next target there. And Rhina gonna get caught out here. Okay, he probably gonna go down. Probably gonna go down as the first kill before Gen.GA is gonna go to wet. And even if Rhino goes down, Recap can still just stick around, still get a lot of farm. 105 farm, by the way, so far for Recap. Putting on his best Doing B impression. The guy just perma farming right there. Oh, Forest might be getting caught out. Ultimate from about is gonna be getting Forest. Forest is probably down. It's gonna be wet once again with the kill. Also the shutdown. We have to wait a little bit for that, but Gen.GA's early game comp, it's now kind of getting online. It's not good that Reject is feeding the Nilly. That is like probably the worst target you could feed. The next target potentially gonna be the dragon. This might be the last time around that they can get down Vet. Oh, wait. Okay. Gonna be flash out. A lot of ultimates have been used to take down Vet and none of them really hit. They got his flash down, so there is that, but can they capitalize on it? And Gen.GA gonna be going for the dragon, it seems like. I'm not necessarily sure if Reject is gonna be able to contest it. And with this one, it's gonna be 4 grubs for Gen.GA. Gonna be 2 dragons for the name. Now that means whoever gonna get the first turret is gonna get the feat. And it really feels like that besides that one very lucky fight that Reject had, they couldn't really get anything else. They really need to start getting those picks because they're losing tempo as well. It does feel like that they are late into objectives. Recap is still gonna be strong. That is like their only ever chance here in this game. But they need to start fighting. They need to start putting the gold into use. It seems like it's gonna be Gen.GA once again as Recap 1v1 against Kemish. He has to flash out, but Kinatsu is now TPing in as there's gonna be Vet picked up by Stomber's ultimate. Also with Forest. Vet might be taken down here. They have to be really careful because there's so many members still from Gen.GA's ultimate also used by Rhino. So many ultimates by Reject, but so far to basically nothing. Oh, Kiratsu still goes back in after TPing back as they're getting 1 kill. Kiratsu still somehow left. Kiratsu's gonna be going down 1 for 1 so far, and there's the reset. There's the reset, so you have to be careful now. You have to be careful. Reset City. Reset City. Recap is gonna get a few kills at least here, but Reset City. But triple for Recap? You have to be careful for the Reset City. I told you, I really hate Viego for this particular reason. Even when Viego is not the strongest champion, the Reset City is always coming for you. You basically have to focus him down because if you leave him just go for the resets, it's just so impossible to take him down. And by the way, we're not seeing the gold difference, but I'm pretty sure he just caught up with the shutdown gold next to Recap. They have to be careful because they already didn't really have prio. Oh, but Kinatsu is gonna get the top side with the kill. What happened? Can we get a replay? What happened top side? And they're still using the second char of the Herald. We're gonna potentially get 2 turrets now. I'm sorry. Do we have replays on this stream? I mean, it's probably 2v1. Like that's probably what happened. But I mean, nonetheless, it's still gonna be 2 turrets. With the, I would assume that's the voracious Atacon, but I don't know how voracious Atacon is in Chinese, and it's different from Japanese actually. But I'm just worried about Viego. Like this Viego, I still have yet to see how they're taking down Kemish. 0 deaths to his name so far. I just want to see how they're doing that, as Rhino might just be going down before the fight even starts. Oh, that's a pretty bad pick. At least the support is not picking up the kill. But that was not a good play from Rhino. I'm not necessarily sure what Gen.GA is doing with this pick. They're just gonna be trying to group up and fight Reject, and that might be what they're looking for. Is now pretty deep ultimate coming in from the Ambessa. There's a lot of stun onto Kinatsu, but Kinatsu is a pretty tanky target, but how tanky he is, that's the question. Is Recap now also coming in, and they're gonna be also taking down Kinatsu. That's how the fight starts, and that might be how it ends. They don't really have the range now to catch up to Gen.GA. They don't really have the speed either. Kinatsu is gonna be going down. Recap is a bit too late to the party, I feel like. And once again, a lot of ultimates have been used. Somber's ultimate, also Forest's ultimate, but still could not get any picks. I am not convinced of Reject, but on the other side, I mean, I have to be honest, I'm very happy to see them struggle. At this time around, in most of their games, they've already won. Like, actually, their average game victory is like 24 minutes, I'm pretty sure. I love to see them have some competition. I feel like this team really needed that one, as somebody gonna take down Vet. I'm not sure what happened there. We don't really have replays on this stream, but I mean, I can imagine Vet was just out of position here, since there are so many Reject members here and not that many Gen.GA ones. But he goes down just before the Otacon. As they're gonna do Kemish. If Kemish is down, you can fight the Otacon. But while this Viego is up, please do not attempt. Reject has gotten their own kill. They're gonna be leaving the Otacon. Same goes to Gen.GA. They don't really wanna fight more. The teams are pretty equal in gold still. The Gen.GA is definitely getting to this 1k territory. The macro was also a little bit better. They have more turrets. But no team has really been able to break that 1k barrier. So despite the fact that I'm really afraid of this Viego, they're just gonna be taking down the Karmas. Ultimate was gonna be missing from the Ambassador. Now the fight goes down, but Forest is already down. And Reset City, baby. Reset City. Reset City. That's what I was talking about. So far, not a single thing they could do about Viego. They don't have the tools because there's... Oh! Okay, they're still gonna be taking down the Karma. At least... Wait. That's not a karma. Reject. You know what? I'm happy for you. I'm mad because you're proving me wrong literally right after saying this. But I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you in a very, very angry manner. Okay, but they still need to take this Baron down. Okay, they're gonna be flipping it. They're gonna be flipping it. I'm not liking the odds in here. Oh no, I'm not liking the odds. Okay, at least Recap is gonna get added the Baron. But can he win the fight after? This is not good. They're gonna be getting it, but Recap is also gonna be going down to about... Oh no. They 100% overextended for this Baron. Kinatsu, can you Castante game it out? I don't think so, no. This is not worth, man. And now they just threw it away. They're also gonna be getting the Atakan. Does this count as an Atakan throw? The certified APEC Atakan throw. They're just following the trend. The Atakan throw is here. And with this one, Gen.GA is gonna be closing this game out. I kept talking about how they should be taking down Viego. But after they finally did so, they were like, now we have the world. They forgot about everything else. This was an incredibly bad play, but you know what? They haven't had any competition so far really in the LGL. You know what? This sometimes they need to get clapped. Sometimes they need to lose the Baron. I mean, I'm pretty sure they haven't taken a single Baron in LGL so far because all the games ended before 25 minutes. So sometimes they have to learn the hard way. And Gen.GA is just gonna be using this to get some turrets as now there is gonna be an engage. I mean, they have false life, and even if they're using some Zonias here, some of their members are gonna be drawing. It's still gonna be 2 kills for about. This is gonna be quite a worthy Atakan for Gen.GA still. Gen.GA only has a Cloud Soul, which is not the strongest one, let's be honest here, but doesn't matter. And Trovian's technology seems to be working out for Kamish as well. There's now 20 seconds for the Elder Dragon. And I guess like Reject can still try to go for the steal, but I does feel like at this point it might not even be enough. And Reject is gonna be the one starting it. Of course they have to start it, but now that means they're gonna be the ones sandwiched inside the pit. And it does feel like Ambessa going in, and this is not their fight. They don't really have the damage. Arrow is gonna be missing also from somewhere, and he's gonna be the first one to fall. There's gonna be the Reset City, and there's even that stealing it away from them. So not a single thing going in their favor. No Penta though. No Penta. No Penta for Kamish, but nonetheless, that's gonna be the end of this game, as finally Reject is gonna be suffering their very first loss. In the LGL, they could not find an opponent who could take them down, but here it's gonna be Gen.GA with the victory. They definitely struggled. This was not a clean game from Reject. This is also not necessarily a clean game from Gen.GA either. And I mean, you can see on the gold graph as well, Reject had like a little bit of tiny blips. Went up to 1.2k, but it's very obvious that at the 25-minute mark, there was a bit of a thing happening. And after that throw, it was just a deep dive, like a little roller coaster down there. Ashe really lagging behind the others in terms of damage. There were some good arrows, so I guess like she had some utility, but like that's not the job of the ADC. But they're not out. This is a Swiss scenario. We don't know who they're gonna be facing next. They're gonna be facing someone in like tomorrow, if I know at the time of editing when they're gonna be facing their next match. I'm gonna be putting up on screen, but at least for now I don't know.